Hey guys, welcome to another Trade Genius podcast. Bob and Phil here. As always, election's over and we got some trades to give to you guys, and we're going to talk about a new system that we've developed, so let's dive in.
Trade Genius.
All right, Bob, time to show these guys the new toys.
Yeah, and just so you guys know, this isn't actually a new system. I guess it's a new visual cue, if you will. And what we've done here, we talked about this over the last couple weeks, is that we took the 4 algorithms that we use to create buying opportunities and we combined them into one piece of code. And what we did with this is we weighted them to give us what I think the highest probability of success for a trade, and also to get rid of what we call false positives or jumping in too early and having the trade fail on us. So what I want to do is, this is half to you guys listening that may want to join us, and the other half is for our customers that are just getting this now. People asked us if how we can use this. I'm going to show you how easy it is. I'll apologize in advance because I'll be looking sideways because I got a bigger monitor, so pay attention to the chart and not the side of my head. So with that, Phil, let's throw up the Slumber chart here. And what I want to show people here, the first area of the code that we did here was we had created these, we call them reversal zones, and you can see it in the black. And so what it is that when all 4 of our indicators are flashing buy or sell in an extreme manner and they start coming off of that, we've noticed that reversals happen in the trade. So we coded for that to warn us that reversals are coming. And this is Slumber over the last 2 months or so. And if you see the black area on the bottom, is that it was warning us that, hey, the selling is abating here. It's getting over. And this is the thing we always warn people, Phil. We say don't short into the hole. Well, this is what a hole looks like, is a black hole. Don't short into this. Actually prepare to buy. And in that environment here is that, if you notice, as soon as that happened, it started turning up. The worm turned up, vol stop turned up, and you took that trade. Now that's a really nice piece of change you would have made. And then lo and behold, a month later, it got overbought. Notice at the top of the range, the indicators were telling us, hey, all in agreement, we're going to get softness here. And what did it do? It plunged for the next month. And then we took this trade last week at the end, I think either Friday or Monday. Everything, well, it had to be Friday because today's only Tuesday. Is we went ahead and bought SLB, and right with that oversold condition again, Phil. In fact, if you notice here is that this was pre-market today. You see the double purple lines on the top right here extending out to the right of the chart. That was a resistance area that those black pieces of data on the bottom create support and resistance areas. It hit that today, and we took profit on that trade. So if you took that trade with us, you know, if you did options, you know, we made $3,600 on that trade. If you took calls, you made you're up almost $3.50 in 2 trading days. So that's one of the things we want to show you that's new in the system. The next chart we have is Bitcoin, I believe. Yep. Let's see, BTC. Yeah, so BTC is showing you, really interesting, on the bottom area here is actually, those are visualization cues as to whether or not the indicators are in agreement and aligned with each other, or if they're still selling or if they're buying. And the easiest way to do this trade is that when you see green, that puts you in a position to go ahead and take a buy signal on the trade. And if you notice, I marked up 2 of them here. If you go into end of October, you see a buy signal, and that thing ratcheted right up. What did it hit? It hit the black hole, right? Reversal area. You should have got out of that trade. You traded 2 ways. You could have did a put trade on it until the red shaded area started to turn green again. If you notice, that happened a couple days ago. And if you took that trade, you're up nicely. And what we like to say here is see trade, take trade. Set your stop and then take your targets and make profit on it. The third area is, I'm going to show you kind of where maybe some of those targets are, is that if you notice here, this is SVIX, and SVIX here is flashing a buy. This again, this was pre-market this morning. These are all the trades we're in too, guys. I mean, we're making money left and right off this signal. It's just awesome. Is that it pushed up, and now the area that I'm interested in taking profit on this trade short term is, you see that gray bar on the top. That was one of the prior reversal areas in the system. and is saying, hey, last time this happened, this was resistance area. You should respect it. And that's what I'm looking for as my get out of the trade, unless obviously we go from a green indicator to a red indicator, and then you set your stop or you get out of the trade. So I want to share that, Phil. People asking, how do you use this system? I think I condensed it in a 1 hour meeting into a 5-minute podcast. It's really, we designed this thing, see trade, take trade, see profit, take profit. I'll throw it back to you. You might want to add a few pieces of color commentary to it.
Yeah, no, good job of explaining it. And we'll have more in-depth training videos for those of you that are going to get this system. But basically, too, it's a very, like Bob said, you see, make it simple and you see the colors, you see the direction of things. The histogram itself is a good indicator of the trend. So if you see red, you're either short puts or you're just not getting involved until it turns green and you see some reactions. One thing we've noticed too is that you get kind of a slingshot effect. So in other words, if the histogram itself, right, if it's a solid green color there on that, and then you see the line pulls back against that, that oftentimes will be your pullback to buy in the direction of the trend. So there's some nuances. Like I said, we'll get into more of that in the training videos and more in depth. But yeah, there's a number of different ways that you can look at this and use it. Bob just went over kind of the basics there, but a very powerful system. Just has a few elements to it, but those elements, like I said, can give you a lot more information, more in depth, and there's more nuances to it as well. So very powerful stuff here, but on the surface, it's very simple to use.
Yeah, I mean, these 3 trades, if you'd have took any of these 3 trades that we put out there, would have paid for like 20 years of our service. So just to show you that maybe we're underpricing our service, Phil, I don't know. But it's really good tools and it's a really good environment, and Black Friday specials are coming. I encourage you guys to trade with us. You have a lot of fun. And I think now with the election behind us, there's going to be some euphoria, I think, until reality of the recession hits, and then we'll adjust our thinking. But I don't know about you, Phil, is that I really don't care what the market does. I'm looking at the wisdom of the charts.
Yep.
Because there's more people than me that are looking at these things.
Right.
And usually you lose money when you try to outthink or outsmart, basically the collective wisdom of technical analysis. So with that, guys, come check us out, tradelikeagenius.com. Tomorrow is a Fed announcement. Am I right, Phil?
Correct. Fed announcement tomorrow. So we're going to look to do a live stream of that, 2 p.m. Eastern.
2 p.m. Eastern. So stand by for that. If you guys have any questions for us, look, it's not set up as a standalone yet, but we're going to probably have a standalone pricing for this. The people in the VIP room, so if you join our VIP service, this is part of the package that you're going to get. This thing is awesome to use with options, so you can actually leverage your trades with this. So with that, guys, have a good one. We'll catch you tomorrow. Stand by. Phil does an awesome job narrating the Fed meeting. It's consequential. Trump asked Jerome Powell, do not lower interest rates until the election is over. He may only wait one more day, and he may lower interest rates again tomorrow, and we'll see what the implications of that are. Thanks, guys. We'll catch you later.
Trade Genius.